All right, so we're going to talk about Unit 6 today. I know it's been a while since we've done reviews through the iPad. So remember that I'm going to do a problem, and then you're going to pause the video and try a problem that is very similar yourself. All right, so look at problem number 1. It says convert f of x to vertex form, identify the vertex, axis of symmetry, and location of the max or the min. So because this is in standard form, and I know it's in standard form because there's no parentheses, it's in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. I'm going to go to my calculator and I'm going to type this in, negative x squared plus 14x minus 64, and I'm going to hit graph. All right, if your spinning wheel up here is done spinning, that means it's done graphing. Now, obviously, I can't see my graph, so I'm going to zoom out. So I'm going to hit zoom. I'm going to go down to zoom out, and you have to actually hit enter on your graph to zoom out. So once I zoomed out, now I can see my graph. I can see it is a maximum. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to circle max. And then I'm going to go second, trace, maximum. I need to put my little spider on the left side. So currently right now it is right here at 4. So somewhere on the left side of my vertex, hit enter, move it on the right side of my vertex, hit enter, and enter one more time for the guess. Remember 0.999, I'm going to round that to 7. So I'm going to write down my vertex as 7, negative 15. So 7, negative 15. The axis of symmetry is going to be the x value of your vertex. So your axis of symmetry is going to be at 7. And your maximum is that same exact point at 7, negative 15. Now vertex form is y equals a x minus h squared plus k. The a value in vertex form and the a value from standard form are going to be the exact same thing. All right, so y equals negative, because it's negative right there, parentheses x minus 7 squared. 7's coming from the vertex. The h and the k are from your vertex. And then plus k, so my k is negative 15, so I'm going to put minus 15. All right, I'm going to do one more problem like that. If you look at number 2, it's very similar. And then y'all are going to try your number 1 and number 2. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to type this in, 3x squared plus 12x plus 28. I'm going to hit graph. All right, so I can see my graph. I can see I have a minimum. All right, so on my paper, I'm going to circle minimum. I'm going to go second trace, and I'm going to choose minimum. Move your spider on the left side of your vertex, hit enter. Move it on the right side, hit enter. And then enter for your guess, and it will pop down on your vertex. So my vertex is going to be at negative 2, because I'm going to round the 0.9999. So negative 2, 16. So my vertex is at negative 2, 16. Remember, that's the same exact value for the min or the max. And your axis of symmetry, which is always going to be the x value of the vertex. Now to write this guy in vertex form, so remember vertex form from problem number 1. All right, the a value is going to come from the a value from standard form. So y equals 3 parentheses x minus, now your h is negative 2, so double negative, that's going to turn to a positive 2. So that inside number is always going to be an opposite sign. So on this one, it was a positive 7, so inside you should see a negative 7. Here is a negative 2, so inside you should see a positive 2. The outside number is going to stay the same, so that is going to stay positive 16. All right, pause the video, try your number 1 and 2. If you get stuck, raise your hand and ask me or Miss Watts to help you. All right, go to problems number 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 gives you a real life scenario. It says the function h of t, blah, 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 blah. represents the height in meters of a rocket above the ground that was launched off a 1 meter platform with initial upward velocity of 19.6 meters per second. So the pad that it was launched off, this is your initial height. And so